Alright, here we are in Epping, and just want to show you this development that's going on here. And to me, it's more like people just wanting to get in on the act. These developers really want to get in on the act. Hidden in plain sight, a lot of this stuff. You've got your EP there, it's 5, 16, 21. You mirror that, that's 33. So just really interesting what's going on. I'm seeing a lot of this these days, where you have developers just getting in on the act and wanting a piece of the pie, shall we say. Really interesting. I'll show you some more of this later on as we go along. Alright, here we have another development in Macquarie Park, and this one is called Lachlan's Line, and that'd be referring to Lachlan Macquarie, Freemason Lachlan Macquarie. Yeah, Lachlan's Line. What would that be referring to, do you think? Well, you know, I'd say a ley line. There'd be a ley line through here of some description. Interesting. More interesting stuff. Interesting stuff everywhere. Now where this ley line would go, or pass through, we have a large billboard over here, and we have another large billboard over here. Now, I don't think there's any need to have two massive large billboards probably within about 50 metres of each other. So, is the centre, I don't know, maybe the ley line passes between these two billboards. Right in the middle here. We'll have another look at this from across the street and I'll show you what I mean. So here we are on the other side of the road now, just looking at these signs again. So you've got that one over there, and you've got that one over there. Both facing in the same direction, both huge, and quite unnecessary to have two of them, in my opinion. So, I don't know, maybe they're telling us the line goes through the middle here somewhere. Just a thought. Interesting stuff. So here's just another example of, I don't know what you want to call it, these developers getting in on the act, trying to be clever or something, but this development is called B degrees. So it's the B with the little degree sign on it. And with the line, if you look underneath the B, there's a line on it, and you can see now whether first thing that comes to mind is 2 degrees, B being a 2. I don't know. B's can also be a 13, maybe 13 degrees, possibly. the 1 and the 3 there, close together, forming the B. Yeah, who knows? Thought I'd share that one with you. And over there we have the clock. Alright, just have another one of these esoteric, shall we say, bus stops at Ryde here. We're actually in Macquarie Park. It's really interesting stuff. This is not an ad or anything, it's just a permanently here. Really interesting imagery. What does it all mean? No idea. Very strange. And then of course we have this at the end. This is actually this is one of the mosaics from the National War Memorial in Canberra. Pillar of light. Not a bus stop. Very strange. So just next to the bus stop I was just looking at, just noticed this. We've got these sort of mosaic on the steps here. We have the serpent and the ladder, snakes and ladders. Really interesting stuff. You know, can't make this stuff up. Unreal. And where do we lead to? Oh. Oh, right outside Microsoft. Didn't see that. Okay, here we are in Macquarie Park, industrial area, and just something else I wanted to show you here. I've probably noticed this a while ago, before they knocked this building down that they're working on here. And what's even more interesting now is that now that they've knocked this building down, they've deliberately left this, and as you can see, they've sort of done a little cut off here so as not to disturb it. And this is really interesting. Possibly a marker, a ley line marker possibly. But whatever it is, it's supposed to stay here. Could have demolished it when they demolished this building here, but no. Has to stay. Very interesting. I would say most definitely a ley line marker of some description. Something occult, esoteric, whatever you want to call it. Really interesting. Just here in the suburbs. Just sitting here on its own, not to be touched. Right, here we are in Fig Tree Park in Hunters Hill, suburban park, and over here we have a circle configuration with the standing stone in the centre. Very interesting. Now, one thing I've noted around here is this is not a very well kept park, which is interesting because there's a lot of money in this suburb, believe me. So, interesting standing stone. Now I can't see any plaque or anything like that on it. Very interesting. Now, even more interesting is over here we have another one, deliberately put here. Now, interesting foliage here. Now, I'm not sure if these are oak trees or could be fig trees. Probably fig trees, seeing that it's called Fig Tree Park. But interesting. And we have another little standing stone over here. Still in Fig Tree Park. We have another stone over here. I'd say obviously there was a plaque on that at some stage. But it's since been removed. Not a very well kept park, this. Very interesting. I find it very interesting. And over here we have something else. Stone.